Hi, this is Jeannie. Welcome to Cakes and Aprons. I am so happy to have you today because we are going to have some ghostly fun. We are going to watch a shadow puppet show that goes along with a recipe from 1972, the Snow Ghost Chocolate Pie.
Do black magic. Will you ever let me? Will you ever set me free?
So what would it have been like for you if you were a child in 1972 and were being served the chocolate snow ghost pie? Well, you probably would have decorated your house with some plasticware, some even plugged in and lit up, or maybe some paper cutouts that you made or bought that you put around the house. Also, you'd be wearing either a homemade costume or a costume that you buy from a box in the store. These included a plastic mask and also some rompers that were made out of a plasticky kind of fabric that you tie on. Here you see Mickey Mouse from 1972. Or you might have been a fairy princess. This one even included a wand inside. Or maybe your whole family wanted to be groovy goblins. You could have gone to Kmart, gotten the box sets for the whole family. Now these look like they included some light up features and looks like some glow in the dark parts of the fabric, so you'd be safe on Halloween. Or perhaps your parents were more industrious and wanted to make you a costume from home. Many costumes were created by their parents, and whether or not you wore a costume made from home or you went and got the box set with a plastic hat, you would be ready in 1972 for a big night of trick-or-treating. So now it's time for me to tie on my Halloween apron and start baking the Snow Ghost Pie, the Snow Ghost Chocolate Pie from 1972. First thing you will do is get your pie crust ready. Either you bought a pie crust from the store, which is great, or you've made one from scratch, like the one I have in my blog listed below. You'll need to blind bake the pie crust. You'll need to put it in the oven for a little while so that it gets nice and crispy and all the way baked, because the rest of the ingredients you're going to use to make your pie filling. So here we have a half a cup of Hershey's chocolate cocoa powder, 1 1/4 cup sugar, a 1/3 cup cornstarch, a 4th teaspoon salt, 3 tablespoons of butter, 1 1/2 teaspoons of vanilla, 3 cups of warm milk, and make sure you have some fresh whipped cream to make and some powdered sugar to put into the whipping cream, and of course your pastry crust. Place the chocolate powder, white sugar, cornstarch, and salt in a cooking pot. Make sure to mix this really well, and then you're going to put it on the stove and slowly add in your milk. And then make sure you cook it over a medium heat until thick and bubbly. You boil for a minute, then remove from the heat. Add butter and vanilla.
Black magic, black magic. You used black magic when you took hold of me. You told me that you're...
As soon as your pie cools down just a little, make sure it's still warm. Put plastic wrap over it immediately so that it will not have a film on top, and stick it in the refrigerator to cool. And now we will perform our puppet show of Snow Ghost Pie. I remember when I was little, we had this handyman who shoveled our snow in the winter. Now, he wasn't your ordinary handyman. No, sir. He was a cunning old devil. He was in direct contact with leprechauns, witches, trolls, and ghosts. We kids didn't know whether to be scared of the handyman or laugh at him. Mostly, I guess we were scared. Now, one day I got snowed in from school, and I hung around while my grandmother did her baking. Round noontime, she poured the creamy chocolate middle into a pie crust. And when the smell of that chocolate hit me, I swear I nearly fainted from hunger. She stuck it out on the windowsill to cool, and I saw the handyman stop shoveling snow and give that pie a long, slow look. Then I saw his nose twitch as he got a whiff of the chocolate and sort of pulled toward the pie like it was magic. My grandmother was no fool, and she said, "Hands off that pie. It's for dinner." Well, the handyman and I hung around the pie for a while. It had a golden crust and fluffy whipped cream on top. The handyman stared at the pie and looked like he couldn't stand it any longer. He leaned over me real tall and said, "I know a snow ghost who lives in a snowbank who has to have a piece of that pie." I was about to ask, what kind of ghost lives in a snowbank and eats pie, when Grandma whipped her pie right out from under our noses and hid it away. The handyman grabbed me and whispered, "Listen, when your grandma ain't looking, get a big piece of that pie for the snow ghost, because snow ghosts are mighty big ghosts." I said I couldn't do that. He said, "If you do, the snow ghost will fix it so it keeps on snowing and you'll get out of school." I said I still couldn't do it. He said, "If you don't do it for me, the snow ghost will come out of his snowbank and ask you himself." I said I'd do it. Sure enough, Grandma thought I'd stolen the piece of pie for myself. She wouldn't believe me it was for a ghost. She made me open my mouth wide, and she looked inside to see if there was any chocolate. And then she said she believed me. But she said she didn't believe in the snow ghost, not in your life. Funny thing is, it snowed for a whole week after that, and I got out of so much school I got bored. And next time Grandma made her chocolate pie, she made the whipped cream on top look just like a snow ghost. And when she served it at dinner, there was already a big piece missing. Only Grandma and I knew why. To this day, when I make Grandma's recipe for snow ghost pie, we leave a piece out for the ghost, just in case. I hope you all enjoyed watching the Shadow Puppet Show that shows the spooky ghost story from 1972. So now back to our pie. You take it out of the refrigerator. Next, you make your whipped cream. You blend your whipped cream, 2 cups of whipped cream, 2 cups of powdered sugar, and then add in some vanilla extract. Then take out your pie from the refrigerator and start decorating it. I put my whipped cream in a little decorator, and I just made some decorations on the side. And then, of course, I had to make the snow ghost just like they did in 1972 in the advertisement. I used the candy eyeballs for the eyes, and I used a chocolate chip mouth. I just put the chocolate chip in. You could use it as an open mouth like you see a lot of ghosts have, or I just covered up a little bit of the mouth with whipped cream so it looked like it was a ghost that was smiling. And now we are finished. Our beautiful chocolate snow ghost pie. And now we get to try the snow ghost chocolate pie from 1972. Here is our little piece of pie. That is a delicious chocolate pudding. And you could even just make the pudding, serve it in individual pudding bowls with little ghosts on top. That would be so cute too. All right, I love this. And don't forget to leave a piece for the ghost, because remember, if you don't leave a piece of the pie out for the ghost, it may come looking for you. All right, happy Halloween. See you next time on Cakes and Aprons.
The haunting's free, so hurry back. We would like your company.
Snow ghost chocolate pie. Yum. Thank you.